Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Retirement SOS. I'm Ernie.
And I'm Beth, and this is Ruby. And Ernie, you have been retired for 5 months now, not the longest time, but you do have 5 favorite things to talk about for your 5 months of retirement.
Yeah, I realize that 5 months isn't that long, but I thought maybe I'd update our viewers on my 5 favorite things. And at the end of the video, I'm going to explain why those 5 things aren't exactly glorious, but after 5 months of retirement, very important at this stage. Alrighty, so let's start. The first thing that I really like after 5 months of retirement is the control of my mornings. When you're working, basically your mornings are shot because all you're doing is focusing on getting ready. You know, you're in a hurry, you want to leave, on time. And the nice part is that structure is gone. Because I used to get up at 4:55 a.m., a very ungodly time. But now I get to sleep in till 7 a.m. And to me, that's my definition of sleeping in. So it's great. And let's just say that I like to start my mornings in my comfortable chair. I'll make myself a nice cup of medium roast coffee. I've got the newspaper beside me. And then on the days that Beth isn't working, usually we talk about things that we're going to do, during the day or topics in the newspaper. So it's a lot of fun. So let's just say it's just the little things in life that make retirement so enjoyable.
So you talked about your mornings. What about your afternoons?
Okay, this is going to be a little embarrassing, and I think, some of the viewers out there may laugh, but I'm serious. It's going to be a nice thing to talk about, and I hope I don't get any mean comments. But the second thing that I really, really like is having a short nap in the afternoon. And let me explain. Apparently, when I was just a youngster, a toddler, I was too hyper to nap. But now, as a retiree, I'm ready.
You love a good nap.
I really like a good nap. But I do want to preface this, that before I do nap, I do take the dog out for about a 25-minute walk, weather permitting. Then nap time will start around 1:45 p.m. And then Ruby, our toy poodle, knows that.
Yeah.
And
She's here. She's always up for a nap too.
Oh yeah, dogs love sleeping. And she'll follow me up the stairs. And she just loves snuggling up to her daddy for a really nice nap. And then after about 45 minutes, only 45 minutes, so I don't think it's that bad, we both get up and we're both ready to continue our day. It's not easy being retired.
So I hesitantly ask you, what is the third thing you like most about retirement?
Okay, the third thing is I like meeting the guys for lunch. So there's a group of 4 of us, and we meet for lunch, I guess about once or twice a month, and it's always on a Friday. And we don't do anything fancy. I mean, we keep it simple. We just go to a bakery cafe, and we catch up on things, and then we also solve all the world's problems at the end of it. Perhaps maybe we should invite Prime Minister Trudeau to one of our luncheons. And Mr. Prime Minister, you certainly are invited if you'd like to join us one day. But just one other note. I also like to get together with some of my work colleagues. And I cannot tell you how that has helped me in terms of my transition from working every day into my retirement now after 5 months. It's helped a lot. And, I still like to keep in touch, and I like to know what's happening in the office and in the plant. It's just something I like to do. And the best part is that I get to keep in touch with everybody and find out what's happening, but I'm no longer involved with the everyday drama. So that's also fun. But it's a really cool thing to keep in touch with my former colleagues.
So, what's the fourth thing you like about your first 5 months of retirement?
Okay, the fourth thing I like is that I can make adjustments to my day to lead a slower and a much more civil way of life. The reason being is that if you live in Toronto, like we do, Toronto is Canada's biggest city. It's almost like New York. Well, not quite as big, but in terms of traffic, it can be a nightmare. So what I've done now is I've adjusted all my appointments, all my errands to do after the rush hour period. So I just take my time. I'm very leisurely. I don't even, I don't drive very fast anymore. It's just something that I really enjoy, and I don't have to put up with the rush hour during the during the rat race, when I was going to work. So that's great. And if I see something interesting, let's say after an errand, I'll stop. Like the other day, I was driving home and I saw this used bookstore. And I love used bookstores. I mean, I can spend like hours and hours in them. So I stopped, I parked, and I just walked in, just so relaxed and just looking at, some used books. And I bought one book. And it even made it more enjoyable because it was kind of an impromptu thing to do. So the enjoyment factor was like 10 out of 10. And it's so great when you can do those type of things.
So, Ernie, what's the last thing that you enjoy most about retirement?
Well, I think I'm going to make everybody jealous about my last thing, and we can all kind of relate to this one. But as a retiree, I now love Sunday nights. And before, I was always thinking about, okay, well, Monday's going to come upon us, and I'm going to, you have the Monday morning blahs, and you're kind of thinking about that on Sunday night. And I have a little voice that would always remind me saying, Ernie, don't forget, you got to go to bed early. The week is going to start. Monday morning's coming up. And in my case, I'd also get that translated into Hungarian because, I do speak a little bit of Hungarian. And thank God, now I don't hear those voices anymore. I'm cured. So on a Sunday night, now I can do whatever I want. I can stay up late. I can maybe read, or I can watch a movie, or I can play on my phone. It just, as a retiree on a Sunday night, you just have so much flexibility, and it just makes it so enjoyable because you're not thinking about Monday morning anymore. It's great. So there you have it. What do you think, Beth?
Well, I think it all sounds great, but I am hoping that as retirement revolves for you, that maybe you'll add some other things to the list, like exercise or volunteer work or joining a board or, being a little bit more active.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this. So those things are eventually gonna evolve. But right now, I'm just kind of doing the little things. I'm just slowly getting into retirement. Those things that you mentioned, they're gonna eventually get to the top of my list. But I thought my strategy to begin my retirement, and I've done it for the first 5 months, is basically I just wanted to slow the pace of my life down. I just found that when I was working, I was just so busy. So this is a nice change. So what I've decided is just to kind of build up to those things that you mentioned, and I'm eventually gonna get there. And so many people start off with retirement with a whole slew of projects, and they try to rush through them. And as a result, they get frustrated and they get stressed out.
Maybe they don't finish all of them too, so. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee you they don't. So I just decided for the first 5 months of retirement to choose a different strategy.
So you're slowly creating the life that you want.
Absolutely.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And for more videos on retirement tips, please visit Retirement SOS. So until next time.
Bye for now.